Okay guys, here's a piece of wood we're going to be using. I left it in the water overnight, so I want to make sure it was really saturated. Okay guys, first thing you're going to want to do with your wet piece of wood here is try to knock as much of the water off as you can. And you're going to want to take your knife and baton it down the center. And you're going to want to do that several times. You want to get to that heartwood that's in the center of this wood. That's going to be the driest stuff. Come on. So we're just going to go ahead and take our knife here. I've already got it partially split down the center. Thought I had the camera on, but I guess I was wrong. And you just take your knife, put it right here. Some of that bark might come off, but it's no big deal. You get to that center, you can feel how dry it is. Really dry in the center. And then you're just going to want to take it and baton it again. Do it again. Try to make a little pile off to the side somewhere. You just want to keep doing this until you get some really fine kindling. Okay, as you can see, we've got a lot of this really fine stuff that we've cut off. See how fine that is? That stuff will go up pretty easy. We also batoned the rest of this. At least the rest of this half. We left that other half alone for now. But that other half we've made the curls with, and we went ahead and we made these little, about half the size of a number 2 pencil probably. It can be smaller than that if you want it. But this stuff will go up pretty quick once we put it on top of that. You just want to take these and kind of put them to the side somewhere. They don't get in the way. Take this and I'm just using that bark that came off. Maybe a couple of weeds for this one. Put it off to the side somewhere. So it'll be alright. And now you're going to take your second half, that other part that you batoned that fell apart, this is the other half of it. You're going to want to take it, baton it down the center again. That dry wood. Now you're going to want to take your back of your knife, at least on the back of my knife anyways. Not every knife's got a 90-degree spine on it, but this one's also got that ferro rod notch, so it's also going to help. That's what I'm going to be using for scraping. So I'm going to take it. Okay guys, you remember you're going to use the back of your blade, just like we're doing here. I'm going to be using this little notch. I'm going to be using that to scrape little shavings off, almost like powder. kind of goes all over the place, but just take it and kind of gather it up here in the center. The bigger the pile you got, the easier it's going to be to light. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take some of these smaller sticks that you've been cutting off. Just want to pull them apart. And you want to get this stuff so it's almost a fiber. You want to get it really, really thin. The thinner it is, the better. Just lay it on top of your sawdust pile. And get as much as you want. You don't want to completely cover your sawdust, but you want to have enough on your sawdust so that it'll catch whenever it takes a flame. Alright guys, once you got your little pile of sawdust right here, you want to take those little fibers you've been pulling apart and put those right here next to it. So whenever it takes a flame, you can just put it right on real quick. Now we're just going to take our ferro rod.
Step in front of a runaway train, just to feel alive again, pushing forward through the night, aching chest and blurry sight. It's so far away. It's so far away. Cold wind blows into the skin. Can't believe the state you're in. It's so far away. It's so far away. Who are you trying to impress? Steadily creating a mess. Step in front of a runaway train, just to feel alive again, pushing forward through the night, aching chest and blurry sight, aching chest and blurry sight. Aching chest and blurry sight.
Alright guys, there you have it. Made a fire out of a single piece of wet wood. That wood was sitting there for a good 24 hours, a little over that. It's a really good technique to know, guys. As long as you can get to that dry wood that's in the center, you can carve off all that sawdust with the back of your blade if you got a blade with a 90-degree spine on it. If you don't, you can always use the edge of it, but I don't like to do that. But I wanted to show you guys how to do that. Something everybody should learn how to do. But thanks for watching my video, guys. Subscribe, and I'll have more videos next week. Thanks for watching, guys.